Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in life when you will be misunderstood, criticized, and even disrespected. People will say things about you that are unfair, untrue, and sometimes even cruel. And in that moment, everything in you will want to respond. You will want to defend yourself, explain yourself, fight back. But wisdom teaches us something different. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. When someone disrespects you, they are looking for a reaction. They want to pull you into their storm. But you must remain in your peace. You do not lower yourself to the level of your accuser. Instead, you rise above them through your discipline. Silence is often mistaken for weakness, but in reality, it is one of the greatest strategies of wisdom. When someone disrespects you, the natural reaction is to defend yourself, retaliate, or explain your side of the story. However, those who understand the power of silence know that not every attack requires a response. There is a difference between being silent out of fear and being silent out of wisdom. The wise person knows when to speak and when to be still. Disrespect is designed to provoke. It is meant to pull you out of your character, to lower you to a level where emotions take control over wisdom. When you react emotionally, you give power to the person who disrespected you. They have succeeded in shifting your focus from what truly matters to engaging in unnecessary conflict. But when you remain silent, you take control, you show that you are not easily moved by negativity, and you refuse to let someone else's words dictate your action throughout history. Some of the greatest leaders and thinkers have understood the power of silence. They recognized that responding to every insult, every attack, and every false accusation would only drain their energy and distract them from their purpose. Instead, they choose to be quiet, letting time and truth speak for them. Silence, when used correctly, is not a sign of surrender, but a display of strength. It reveals self-discipline, emotional intelligence, and a deep understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. The person who speaks out of anger often regrets their words. Emotions are temporary, but words are permanent. When you react in the heat of the moment, you may say things that you can never take back. But when you stay quiet, you give yourself time to process, to think, and to respond. If necessary, from a place of wisdom rather than emotion. A moment of silence can save you from a lifetime of regret. Silence also creates mystery. When you do not respond, people begin to wonder what you are thinking. They begin to question their own words and actions. Many times, those who disrespect you expect an immediate reaction. When you do not give them what they want, it unsettles them. Your silence forces them to reflect, and sometimes it even leads to them realizing their own mistakes. There is a reason why the strongest and most successful individuals are often the quietest in moments of conflict. They understand that their energy is too valuable to be wasted on meaningless arguments. They know that their focus must remain on their purpose, not on proving themselves to those who do not matter. Their silence is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and clarity. Staying silent does not mean you do not recognize the disrespect. It does not mean you are accepting mistreatment. It simply means you are choosing your battles wisely. It means you understand that your response is not always necessary. Some words deserve no answer. Some attacks are best ignored. Some battles are won not by engaging, but by standing still. A person who can control their tongue has mastered a skill that many struggle with. It is easy to react. It is easy to fight back with words. But it takes true discipline to remain quiet when everything in you wants to respond. That kind of discipline sets you apart. It shows maturity, patience, and wisdom. It places you in control of the situation rather than allowing the situation to control you. Silence is not about avoiding confrontation. It is about knowing when confrontation is necessary. It is about understanding that sometimes the best response is no response at all. It is about preserving your peace, protecting your energy, and staying focused on what truly matters. It is a strategy that requires strength. But those who master it will always have the upper hand. Disrespect is a deliberate action designed to provoke a response. It is not always about the words spoken, but about the intention behind them. When someone disrespects you, their goal is often to pull you into their negativity, to stir your emotions, and to gain control over your reaction. If you respond with anger, frustration, or defensiveness, you have given them exactly what they wanted. They now know that their words have power over you, that they can manipulate your emotions, and that they have successfully drained you. Into their storm, a person who seeks to disrespect you is not looking for a meaningful conversation. They are not interested in truth or understanding. Their goal is often to disrupt your peace, make you question yourself, and provoke you into acting out of character. They know that if they can get you to react, they can shift the focus away from their own behavior and onto your response. This is why staying quiet is so powerful. It denies them the reaction they are looking for. It frustrates their attempt to control you and leaves them powerless. People who engage in disrespectful behavior often thrive on conflict. They look for opportunities to argue, to bring others down, and to create chaos. When you refuse, you take away their source of power. They expect a fight, but when you give them silence instead, they are left with nothing to feed off. Your lack of reaction forces them to sit with their own words, to reflect on their own actions, and sometimes to question themselves. Emotions are like fuel to conflict. The more you react, the more you feed into the negativity. When you refuse to react, you cut off the energy supply. The moment you decide that someone's disrespectful words or actions are not worth your response, you reclaim your power. You no longer allow someone else's negativity to dictate your mood, your mindset, or your behavior. You remain in control, and that control is what ultimately frustrates those who seek to disrupt your peace. The greatest power you have is the ability to choose where you direct your energy. Every reaction, every word, and every emotion you express is an investment of energy. The question is, do you want to invest your energy on people who do not respect you? Do you want to waste your time trying to prove yourself to those who are not even listening? When you react to disrespect, you are giving free rent in your mind to people who do not deserve it. You are allowing them to dictate how you feel. And what you focus on, your silence, on the other hand, is a statement of self respect. It says that you do not need to validate yourself to anyone. But when you master your emotion, you become untouchable. You no longer react impulsively or no longer allow disrespect, shake your confidence, or steal your joy. You choose how to respond, and in many cases, the best response is no response at all. Self gratification does not mean ignore disrespect. It does not mean you tolerate mistreatment. It simply means that you do not allow your emotions to make decisions for you. When you stay quiet after being disrespected, you take a step back and evaluate the situation with clarity. You ask yourself, is this battle worth my energy? Does this person's opinion truly matter? Will my response change anything? Most of the time, the answer is no. Most of the time, reacting only escalates the situation and gives unnecessary attention to those who do not deserve it. A person who can control their emotions is a person who can control their future. Many opportunities have been lost and many relationships have been broken because of words spoken in anger. A few moments of uncontrollable emotion can lead to a lifetime regret. But when you remain calm and you discipline yourself to think before you speak, you protect yourself from unnecessary damage. You protect your reputation, your peace, and your focus. One of the greatest signs of emotional maturity is the ability to remain unmoved by negativity. When you are confident in who you are, when you know your worth, and when you understand your purpose, disrespect does not shake you, nor do you need to prove yourself to anyone. You do not need to engage in arguments to validate your position. You simply continue moving forward. You are unaffected by the noise around you. The strongest people are not those who fight every battle, but those who choose their battle wisely. There is wisdom in knowing when to speak and when to be silent. There is strength in walking away from unnecessary conflict. There is power in mastering your emotions, because when you do, no one else can control you. Time has a way of revealing in which words cannot. When someone disrespects you, there is often an urge to prove them wrong, to defend yourself. But the truth does not need to be forced. It does not need to be argued. It only needs time. Those who rush to respond, to react, to fight back, often waste energy on battles time itself could have resolved. The truth, never in a hurry, but it is also on time. Many people destroy their own credibility by responding in the heat of the moment, by letting their emotions take control, and in doing so, they overshadow the truth with reaction, but your silence leaves them unsettled. They wonder why their words did not shake you. They begin to question their own actions. Silence is not a sign of weakness, of inner strength. It is easy to react impulsively, to say something in anger, to try and prove yourself through words. But it takes discipline to remain calm, to withhold a response. The power of silence. Like, share, and subscribe. Discipline yourself.